Good morning, dear kids. This video is the continuation of your previous video where I have completed my chapter 6K 6.1 for 6 problems. I have completed there. So if you have just visited now to this video, please go and check on the first 6 questions of the previous video, so you'll get to know it is the video in continuation with the previous video. So we are taking question number 7 of 6.1. Let's start. What do we have in this? We have without adding, find the sum. You do not have to add, but you can notice that I have given you all odd numbers. All odd numbers means I have given you numbers from till 10. The odd numbers till 10. So these are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And if you want to take you have to find the sum of these numbers without actually adding them. So what you will do? You have to count the numbers. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total in all 5 odd numbers. So anyways, how you will find the sum? So you have to make the square of your number. That is 5 odd numbers. So if you make 5 का square, that is 25. तो आपको देखेंगे आप कि 25 जो है, अगर आप इन सबको add कर रहे हैं तो आंसर 25 ही आएगा. So in any case, if you want to find out the addition of odd numbers, you have to count the odd numbers you have taken in a list and then you have to make a square. Similarly, I have taken next, I have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. You can see there are in all 10 odd numbers. So if I want to find the addition, the sum of all these numbers, then I will take 10 ka square and that will be 100. Clear? Then you can see I have taken again some odd integers, odd numbers, and I have gone till 23. And if you count them, they are in all 12 odd numbers. So if you want to find the sum of these numbers, you have to make square of 12 and you will get your answer. तो कभी भी odd numbers दिए हुए हैं उनका sum करना है तो count that odd numbers, count how many odd numbers you have taken and just make the square of it. Clear? Next, if I give you express 49 as the sum of 7 odd numbers. Now we know that as I have taught you, sum of suppose n odd numbers. N odd numbers are there. And if you want to find the sum, so you will just count n जितने numbers हैं और उसका square कर दोगे. Clear? Now you have 7 odd numbers, so you will make 7 square, you will get 49. That means there will be 7 odd numbers. So 7 odd numbers, you have to just write it. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and 13. Getting? So I have expressed 49 as the sum of 7 odd numbers. Clear? Let me take one more in this. We have expressed 121 as sum of 11 odd numbers. We know that 121 is 11 square. So as I said you, n square is the number of odd numbers you have taken. So how many numbers you will take? 11 numbers you will take. 11 odd numbers you will take. Let's start. So we will go for 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15, I'll take 17, 19 until 21. If you count, I have taken 11 odd numbers. Clear? So the addition of these 11 odd numbers, you will get 121. Let's jump on to our next problem, which says, how many numbers lie between squares of these following numbers? So you have you have 12 and 13. So you can notice that these are consecutive numbers. So if I say n and I want to find n square, this is n and n plus 1. जो आगे आने वाला नंबर है वो n plus 1. तो मैंने पहले नंबर को n लिया है और उसका जो नेक्स्ट नंबर है वो n plus 1 हो गया. ठीक है? So now between n square and n plus 1 square, what I will do is so you will see if you have taken your first number as n and उसका square जब आप लोगे और उसका next number मतलब n plus 1 और उसका square जब आप लोगे तो इनके बीच में कितने सारे natural numbers आते हैं, that you have to find. And I will directly give you formula, that is 2n. So what is your first problem? It says 12 and 13. मतलब 12 square और 13 square के बीच में कितने सारे natural numbers आते हैं? So you will go for 2 into n. 2 into 12. So that will be 24 natural numbers will be available between 12 square and 13 square. Got my point? Similarly, 25 and 26. 25 will be taken as n and 26 will be what? n plus 1. और इनके स्क्वायर के बीच में कितने नंबर्स आते हैं? तो n स्क्वायर एंड n plus 1 स्क्वायर, इनके बीच में आपके कितने नेचुरल नंबर्स हैं? दैट विल बी इक्वल टू 2n. सो 2 into 25, दैट इज 50. Getting my point? Similarly, you have your third, that is 99 and 100 के स्क्वायर के बीच में कितने नंबर्स आते हैं? So that will be 2 into 99, that will be 198 natural numbers between square of 99 and 100. Clear? Next we have find the square of following numbers. Let's see. We have to find the square of following numbers. Now how would you go for it? If suppose I have been given 32, can I split 32 square? I have to find, can I split 32 as 30 plus 2 the whole square? And do you know that we have an identity a plus b the whole square, where we have to take first term square plus second term square plus 2 into first term into second term, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. This is your first term and this is your second term. So this is your identity for a plus b the whole square. Similar identity you have to use it here. That is 30 will be your first term and your second term will be 2. And how you will use your formula? First term square plus second term square plus 2 into first term into second term. That will be 900 plus 4 plus 120. And the final answer will be 1024. Are you getting it clear? Okay. I shall be doing one more for you. Shall I go for third? That is 86. Let's start. Now my dear kids, for 86, you can write it 80 plus 6 the whole square, or you can also write 90 minus 4 the whole square. What is 86? Can I write it 86 the whole square as 90 minus 4 the whole square? Yes. Now in between there is minus sign. That means you have an other identity, a minus b the whole square. In that also, first term square plus second term square minus 2 into first term into second term. That will be a square plus b square minus 2ab. Got my point clear? So similarly here is first term is your 90, second term is your 4. So you will apply this formula. That will be first term square, 90 square, I am directly writing 8110, plus second term square, that is 4 4s are 16, minus 2 into first term 90 into second term 4. So that will be 8100 plus 16 minus 720. And your final answer will be 7396. Yes, my dear kids, did you got the concept of addition identity as well as subtraction identity? So anyhow, for example, 93, you can use it 90 plus 3 the whole square. For 71, you can use 70 plus 1 the whole square. For 46, you can go for 50 minus 4 the whole square. Can you do all this? Next we have write a Pythagorean triplet whose one member is 6. So now in your Pythagorean triplet, your one member, you have 3 members in it and your one member is given to you. Now my dear kids, for any natural number, For any natural number, suppose if I am taking natural number as m, my Pythagorean triplet will follow a formula that will be 2m, your first number, second number will be m square minus 1, and third number will be m square plus 1. So the number which is given to you, that will be your 2m. So I'll take 2m is equal to 6. From there I will get the value of m, that is 3, and that value of m I will apply in my other formula, that is m square minus 1. So I'll write 3 square minus 1, that will be 9 minus 1 is equal to 8, and m square plus 1, that will be 3 square plus 1, that will be 9 plus 1, that will be 10. So my dear kids, your first member was who? It was 6, your second member is 8, and your third member is 10. So these are the three numbers which are forming Pythagorean triplet. Are you getting my point? How we will do second then? I will write 2m is equal to 14. Your first member is given to you. From there you have to get the value of m. You will get 7, and that you have to put it into second formula and third formula and get the two values, two numbers. So 14 and these two numbers will be forming Pythagorean triplet. Are you getting my point very clear? Okay. Shall I take one more? Okay, I'll take fourth also. So, in your fourth it is given, your one member is 18. So, I will write 2m is equal to 18. From there, I will get the value of m as 9. And that value, I'll be putting into my formula m square minus 1, that is 9 square minus 1, that will be 81 minus 1, that is 80. And I will also put the same 9 in my other formula, that is m square plus 1, that is 9 square plus 1, that is 81 plus 1, that is 82. Hence, my dear kids, your three numbers are 18, 80 and 82. Okay? Let's start with our exercise. Okay, 1 second. Let's start with our next exercise. Okay, I'll take a fresh slide because I guess that question is not included. I will start with exercise 6.3. Okay, in that I am taking your first problem, which says what could be the possible one digit. I will write for you. What could be possible one digit at one's digit of the square root of following numbers. Now my dear kids, first number is 9801. ये नंबर किसी का स्क्वायर है, लेकिन जब हम इसका स्क्वायर रूट निकालेंगे तो बिना स्क्वायर रूट निकाले कैन यू गेट मी कि इसका स्क्वायर रूट निकालने के बाद जो आंसर आएगा उसका वंस डिजिट व्हाट विल बी इट्स यूनिट्स डिजिट. ओके, यूनिट डिजिट पे क्या नंबर आएगा. सी माय डियर किड्स, यू हैव 9801. अगर ये स्क्वायर नंबर है और इसका यूनिट्स डिजिट ऑफ दिस स्क्वायर नंबर इज हैविंग 1, दैट मीन्स जब इसका स्क्वायर रूट निकालेंगे, ये किसी दो नंबर्स का मल्टीप्लिकेशन है, तो ये याद रखो कि इसका जो स्क्वायर रूट होगा, जो इसका स्क्वायर रूट निकलेगा, ईदर इट विल बी 1 because 1 into 1 the units place will be 1, or it can also go for 9 into 9, that is 81, so that will also have 1. So in that case your unit digit of the square root will be either 1 or 9. Getting my point? So you have to check which is the units digit of their square number and then calculate how it will go. ठीक है, तो यूनिट डिजिट अगर स्क्वायर नंबर का 1 है तो स्क्वायर रूट का आपको ये ऐसे करके देखना पड़ेगा कि 1 आपके स्क्वायर रूट में जब आप दो नंबर्स मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो 1 कब आता है उसके यूनिट्स डिजिट में, तो 1 इंटू 1 करोगे तो 1 आएगा, 9 इंटू 9 करोगे तो 81 आएगा, मतलब यूनिट डिजिट 1 आ रहा है. तो आपके जो स्क्वायर नंबर में जो यूनिट डिजिट है इट कैन बी ईदर 1 और 9. आई टेक वन मोर. Suppose next number I am taking 9, 9, 8, 5, 6. This is a square number now. This entire number is a square number of some number. ये स्क्वायर है किसी नंबर का, तो इसका जब हम स्क्वायर रूट निकालेंगे, ठीक है, तो स्क्वायर रूट निकालने के बाद एक नंबर आएगा, तो वो नंबर का एंड वाला यूनिट डिजिट क्या होगा, यूनिट डिजिट क्या होगा, तो दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन the end the last number of the unit digit of your square number. So if your unit digit here in the square number is 6, now 6 can arise when you multiply 6 into 6, so that will be 36, or it will also arise 4 into 4, that will be 16. सो जब आप 4 इंटू 4 कर रहे हो या 6 इंटू 6 कर रहे हो तो ही लास्ट डिजिट 6 आने के चांसेस हैं, इसीलिए स्क्वायर रूट में आपका रहेगा ईदर 6 और 4. स्क्वायर रूट के लास्ट डिजिट में यूनिट डिजिट विल हैव ईदर 6 और 4. गेटिंग माई पॉइंट क्लियर? लेट मी टेक वन मोर. इफ आई हैव दिस नंबर, इन दैट केस अभी हमने किया था कि लास्ट डिजिट 1 है तो या तो 8 होगा, क्योंकि या तो 9 होगा बिकॉज 9 इंटू 9 इज 81, या तो 1 इटसेल्फ होगा, 1 इंटू 1 इज 1. गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? देन आई टेक वन मोर. 6, 5, 7, 6, 6, 6, 0, 2, 5. Now look at the last. This is a square number of some number. This is a square of some number. So look at the last digit now, 5. तो जब इस नंबर का स्क्वायर रूट बनेगा और उसका जो आंसर आएगा तो उसके यूनिट डिजिट में क्या रहेगा? So that depends on the last digit of unit digit of your square number. So it is 5. Now 5 when it is possible? जब आप 5 का स्क्वायर 5 इंटू 5 करोगे तो ही 25 आएगा, और किसी में हम लोग का लास्ट डिजिट 5 नहीं आता है. सो द लास्ट डिजिट ऑफ दिस नंबर, द यूनिट डिजिट ऑफ दिस नंबर विल बी 5. सो यू हैव टू जस्ट राइट इट right the way. We know that the unit digit of the square number is 5. Therefore, the unit digit of the square root will also be 5. अगर पहले वाले में आपको प्रेजेंट करना है तो how you will write it? ये वाले में अगर आंसर को प्रेजेंट करना है, द यूनिट डिजिट ऑफ द स्क्वायर नंबर इज 1, देयरफॉर द यूनिट डिजिट ऑफ द स्क्वायर रूट विल ऑल्सो बी 1. क्लियर? 1 और 9, सॉरी 1 और 9, बिकॉज 9 into 9, then you can write it in bracket. 9 into 9 is 81 and 1 into 1 is 1. Your next is, without doing any calculations, find the numbers which are surely not perfect square. अभी आपको कैलकुलेशन के बिना बताना है क्या 153 किसी का परफेक्ट स्क्वायर है, क्या 257 किसी का परफेक्ट स्क्वायर है, एंड सो ऑन. ये कैसे पता करेंगे? नाउ for that we should know that any number which is ending with 0, 2, 3, 7, 8 will not be a perfect square, because we know very well हम जब perfect square लेते हैं तो उनके ending digits होते हैं 1, 4, 5, 9. Getting my point? तो इस तरीके के ending digits होते हैं. So that's the reason any number, if you notice, any natural number, if you notice that is ending with the digits like 0, 2, 3, 5, 7, sorry 0, 2, 3, 7, 8, you will say then these are not the perfect square. ठीक है? So 153, it ends with 3, so you will write it is not the perfect square. 257, it ends with 7, you will say it is not the perfect square. 408, it ends with 8, it is not the perfect square. 441, it ends with 1. So it is a perfect square. So 441 is the perfect square because the last digit is 1. Are you getting my point? Okay.